Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Master of Orion for the PC. Well, if not the best 4X strategy game, certainly one of them. I know there's a lot of people who prefer the second game. I haven't played the second game. I was introduced to this series though by the third game, which, for anyone who's ever played that, or for anyone who's not ever played that, sorry, it's actually impossible to lose the third one. Well, it's impossible for your planets to get conquered anyway. There's a lot of other massive bugs of it. It's also too complicated for its own good. I do have a lot of balance mods and patches which have corrected quite a lot of the issues of it and have made it work. And if this recording goes wrong like the 3 others I've done today, then I will probably be switching to that third one in any case. Still, let us play a new game of Master of Orion. We're playing in a medium galaxy, difficulty average, because my first recording was on easy and was far too easy. Average is probably the limit of my ability on this game. We're playing against 4 opponents because, in theory, on a medium-sized galaxy, that's how many you need to keep things interesting. There are 10 races: the humans, who are the traders, the Martians, who are gunnery peoples, and are certainly the people from Wing Commander, the enemies in that. Silicoids, which are brilliant. Ability to go into different hostile planetary environments is very useful. The Sacra's early population boom is useful as well, though less useful as the game goes on. Cylons are just better at research. It can be abused if you get an artifact world early enough. Alkari, similar to the Martians, really. Clacons. Whenever I'm up against Clacons, I know they are going to be the primary threat to my game, and if there is one in this game, it's going to be a bit awkward. The Bulrathi don't tend to play as, and that's pretty much all I have to say about them, really. The Meklar, I play occasionally as the Meklar. Cast Factory does mean you get on the ground a bit quicker and can build things faster, but the Darlocks are awesome. Given the choice, I would always play the Darlocks because I love playing the Spy Masters in any 4X game. Just making the enemy weaken themselves and wipe themselves out, be completely crippled by you sending in spy after spy after spy and just wrecking all of their plans. Meanwhile, your much weaker force comes in and then sniper effort destroys them. I consider anyone who can play a spy race in any kind of 4X game properly, as long as the game is finely balanced, to be a master of these sorts of games. I love it. It's always enjoyable, even if it goes wrong. So, there are 10 races, so we shall use a dice to determine it. And it is a 10, which means 5, which means Cylon, actually. And we'll play under the white flag, because we're probably... No, we can't call ourselves Quark. Shadowhawk. And we start in the Mentar homeworld. And so here we are. This is the screen. We start in the middle with a lot of red worlds, well, red systems above us, which we're probably going to have to go into unless we get lucky and there's nobody over here. I've just had a thought. Give me a couple of moments to make... Well, actually, I can check it while I'm doing this. Is the mouse displaying? No, I haven't clicked that. Okay, that's fine. So, this is the Master of Orion main screen. This is the menu that's probably the most important, which is the production menu. We get a certain number of production points a turn based on the number of factories we have built and on our population. And the points get attributed to these 5 stats. Ship construction, which builds whatever ship we have. Okay, why are you not... There we go. That's better. Ship production, which produces whatever's here. Defences basically builds planetary defences and defence bases on the planet, which less useful, but I will do later. Industry is the most important one to start with because that produces more factories, which in turn produces more production. Ecology improves and maintains our population, and there needs to be a certain amount there dependent on the population size and other factors. And finally technology, which is the big strength of our current race. Now, we have each of these normal tech. Everybody starts with these, and then there are 6 categories. We're not going to research weapon tech, we are not going to research force field tech, at least not yet. So I put bare minimum into those. Propulsion tech is important, at least initially, for reasons I shall go into a bit later. So therefore, almost all of our points are going into propulsion off the bat. Why is this so important? Well, these are our ships, and they have a limited range. The range is currently 3. They can travel 3 parsecs away from any of our current colonies. So currently, that's out of range for a colony ship. And each of those is in range. So really, we need something there. As you know, while colonies, our area of we can explore and travel in expands. The exception of this are the scout ships. The scout ships are more than can have enhanced supplies and can go slightly further. However, it's currently impossible to build reserve fuel tanks and a colony base in the same unless you go up to huge, in which case it is, but then the construction, the build cost goes up from about 270 to about 1500, so really that's not a viable option. Now, we want to go and explore as many of these places as we can, and depending on what the colour of the system star is, depends on what planets are likely to be there. Green is pretty much potluck. They can have anything really. Reds generally have have a higher probability of having planets with poor mineral resources. Purples and blues have the best chance of rich worlds, but also generally don't have any. Whites and reds are the dead worlds, and virtually, the poor ones. These yellow worlds are the best, generally, and every one of them, the starting players, begins on on that sort of world. Now we're going to gamble, hope rather, and on one of these free worlds there is going to be somewhere I can put the colony to. Hopefully the one I've actually sent the colony ship to, because that will speed things along. So now we have 2.7 industries per turn. We're going to actually set it up so we now have some tech generating and begin research. The first thing we need, more important than anything, hydrogen fuel cells, because this gives us range 4, meaning our colony ships can travel 4 spaces away, well 4 parsecs away, meaning this green world is suddenly available to us. As well as, they're 5 away, but either way, that was important to do. If one of these is a colony, then that will open up this yellow place, which should hopefully have something useful. So, next turn. Radiated mineral-rich world. So that was rubbish, really. We can't go on radiated worlds. We did find, though, a Terran world right next door, so we just picked the wrong one, but that's not a problem. He can go over there. This scout ship can go up there and explore that place. No, actually. You can go there, because that's most likely to be a useful world for us. Terran world, 100 population max. That's pretty much what our current world is, so therefore it can go eventually to about the same level. And they're probably the best finds, unless you find mineral-rich worlds, which we can actually go on. Now, there's plenty of classifications of worlds that for radiated tundra, dead, barren, which we have to research separate colony modules and build separate colony ships with those modules on in order to occupy it. So we can't get to this world until we get a radiated outpost module. But in the meantime, we found an ocean world. We can go on an ocean world, that's not a problem to us whatsoever. So you can now, rather than go there, which is it's out of range, you go back and explore over there. Could try and see what that is. That is within 6 parsec range, but we need to get to these anyway, so we'll go and explore around the houses this way. So I would like to find out whether this actually is occupied by the enemy, because if it's not, that's where I want to go. In the meantime, though, new colony on Terran, on Colphus rather. So 2304, the Cylons have a second colony. This second colony will pretty much do not a lot other than industry production to get some factories for quite a while. It'll take some time before it's ready. And what a start! We found a Guardian world. So we're going to retreat from that, but it's not going to matter because it's pretty much now destroyed. So now I have to build a new scout ship. Well, I don't have to, but I'm going to. So in 2 turns we have another scout ship. Well, no, actually our production sped up, so we did get to that. We now have 15 tech points generating, and this can now continue. So now that that happens, we're going to have to bypass that system. Or just go down to there. I think we'll go down to there. How far is that away? 4. So we can't actually occupy any further worlds unless that happens to be very good to us until that technology is done, which is fine for the moment because we need enough industry to build colony ships in any case. So, early colonization. We can go for colonization of Baron, or we can go and try and improve the overall population capacity of the world. And actually, the terraforming is quite a useful thing initially, and we found a tundra hostile world, so that's not very useful for us. Nevertheless, we'll keep exploring. Red worlds tend to be less useful, so that's not a disaster, certainly. 5 points per return, 18 research points. Ultra poor, but usable. And that's fine. We might go there. I mean, we might be forced to go there, actually, come to that. In the meantime, then, we want to bypass that world and go to there. That's really annoying, that one, because that would have been an ideal placement. Unfortunately, we need to beat the Guardian ship in order to do that, and we're not going to be in any shape to do that for a long time, if we ever are. Still, technology advances continue. ECM Jammer, Factory Tech 2, Mineral-rich Tundra World. We need to learn how to occupy tundra planets. In any case, Neutron Star there. You're 5 away. And Mentar is now producing 22 research points a turn. Going up to 24. And continuing on. There we go. Hydrogen fuel cells, range 4. So we can now try and research range 5, which might not be a bad idea to think about. There is a temptation to skip. But of course, that would cost me 1640 research points. That only cost me 600. Still, we're going to go with the Iridium fuel cells. We found a very minimal planet. Not useful to us, but thanks to our expansion, we can now actually get to this world, and then we'll go around. Since that's 4 away, we could have in theory colonized it. That's 5 away, so we can't colonize that just yet. That's 5 away. We pretty much have to get to that planet now, because otherwise we are in trouble. What I will do is skip across another scout, because that will allow us to go and explore over this way. Next turn. Oh yeah, there is somebody there. Right, retreat. Alright, that's an ocean world as well, which rather depressingly we want. So what we're now going to do is we're going to go straight to colony ship, and yes, this means we now cancel our lovely industry. Right, that'll do. So in 9 turns we will have a 3rd colony ship, and we need to start taking these as fast as we can get away with them. Especially this one. This one is actually critical now. If we don't get to that soon, I know it's out of range, but still, we need it. The Alkaris are now attacking us. And we found another world that's useful to us. We might as well keep going. We're fairly certain then that that's their home world, the star there. We can head over to that. We're finding all of these 2 planets we want to grab. We can't really. That world might give us the range to get to that, but it's a bit of a stretch. We need this colony ship to come online fast. 7 turns. 6 turns. Okay, that's actually a colony ship. Alright, we're gonna... Oh, it's a fighter. Dang it. We're not in good shape here, I'll be honest. But we found another system. You're in retreat. Well, we can actually, strangely, retreat to Matt's... Oh, no. Oh, dang it. No. Okay. I just stupidly lost a scout there. No, you cannot retreat to a planet like that, because otherwise that would be bad. This Guardian world might actually work in our favour, though, and keep them pinned in, because until they get the technology to move beyond it, they are stuck in this box, really. Still, it's annoying, because there are some good planets there. In the meantime, though, we're 5 turns away from ours. It's a barren, hostile world there. Celia. Okay, it didn't die. We got away with that then. So I suppose you might as well keep going back around. Oh, actually, can we explore that one? Yes, we have. Right. 2 turns then. Actually, can we get it down to 1? No, we can't really, so... 1 and... Okay, colony ship built. Go and colonize. Then we need to urgently start marching. We'll see if there's anything in that white world. What's there is Sakras who want to attack us. However, it's only a scout with no weapons. They always are at this early stage. Ultra-rich radiated world. Rah. Feel the excitement. Okay, that's out of range until the ocean world is colonized. They've got a scout out, but we know there's not a lot here. Corfus is now at the stage where it's starting to actually become industrialized. That will finish off its population next turn, so that's fine. Next. So 5 more turns then. Build a new colony, yes please. We need every colony we can grab now. Something I should have probably checked actually. Who are we up against? Alkari, Sackler, Meklar and Silicoid. Okay. But the IX system has now been taken, so we'll now go and explore that way. In the meantime, we can contemplate how on earth we're going to actually get any kind of advancement here. Next turn. Alright, you go and see if you can get down to there. You can. We're hoping that one's going to help us, because we might be able to go and sneak. That's still 5 away. That's out of range. And that isn't out of range anymore. Mental 5.1. Yeah, keep going, although I'm not sure where it's going. Well, I hope there's something there, actually. If there's something there, we can take it. If not, we've got to go and do some tech before we can actually use that scout ship we're currently building. It's a toxic, hostile world, and we found a Terran world that we actually like. Okay. Right, Mentar then is putting all of that ship design out of the way. Maxing out our industry next turn as well. We need the colony expansion. We need to get to those. If we can actually get there, that would be... No, we can't, so no use moaning about that. You then are going to head out to there because we're already exploring this one. Class 2 deflector shields online. We want hand lasers to improve our combat skill. Mentar has now finished up there and is now going to improve its tech production through to 240. We're then going to cut that to give us 7 research points there because we're desperate for any point we can get. We need Minimal. That's actually not a bad world, actually, considering it's on white. We're just going to have to... Oh, it's occupied by the Vega. No, it's occupied by the Sacra, sorry. Alright, so they're nearby. We're not doing well, I'll be honest here. Now that might speed things along, actually. If we suddenly get to 5, we want to get to the best world we can. And that's 6, so that's not that one just yet. That's not good for us. I suppose it would be alright if it led somewhere. That's unexplored. We'll leave. That might actually be their home world, thinking about this. If it's a Sacra home world, that's annoying. That's range 5. Since that's what we're going to be improving to, we're going to go and try and nab that world. This will not work. I'm certain of this. But we're going to try it. So I was at the Sacra home world. I thought we might have done. Please retreat. Next turn. ECM jammer, improve terraforming. So yeah, we'll set that up so that it'll improve the number of civilians we have. We want tundra. Because there's a couple up here which might be worth grabbing. So now, once that's done, we'll have either this ocean world or that arid world. And if we get the arid one, we can actually explore up there a bit. Can we actually explore there anyway? Alright, you can't really. You'll be there in one turn. Moving on. Yay! We found another one of their worlds. Unfortunately, there's not much point in staying here. Shame, really. We found the ocean world. Oh, the Sacra owns 6 planets. And that is not good news. Sacra are going to outplay us at the moment where we're going. We have a colony, but we can't do anything with it. .163 tech. They're all terraforming away. Next turn. Dang it, I should have gone for 5. I really should have done. Improved industrial tech 9, improved industrial tech 8. Mintar has now finished up that. So it's now rebalanced its population out again. It's still going to produce more factories for the population though. Sacra's attack with Cylons. I'm not in the mood for that, so you can go away. It's a dead world. Not useful to us at all. We are 3rd in Empire production. Which is quite surprising considering. Still, if we can grab that. The thing is, I don't even know if it's right, in 2 turns we're going to check it out and make sure, see if it's occupied one way or another. What? No, I don't want just a scout ship. In the meantime, it's getting there. Oh, dang it, I didn't want to build loads of scouts. Yep, you stop that right now. Mintar 177. Mintar has now reached its maximum factories, meaning it's now producing lots of tech, which is probably the only way we're going to be able to do anything really of note here. Can we actually get that far with you? No, we can't. Because if I could, I'd keep exploring. Okay, one more. Iridium fuel cells and hand lasers. Okay. Dolomite crystals, because we never know when that's going to annoy us again. The silicoids have arrived. and the Sacra have decided to diplomatise, and I need to do some product protection. So 2 moments, and then I'll find out exactly how bad a situation we're in. So, till then.